Chats here. Put the chat window open. Let's see if I'm live here. Good Lord, this phone. I'm getting really tired of my other main phone here. God, I hate Samsung. Let's see. God, I hate Samsung. Alright, cool. I can hear myself. Awesome sauce. Alright, you know the drill, guys. Welcome to Late Night Chat. You know the drill. If you're on, you want my attention. Hey, Dibs! Dibs is here. You want my attention, type in Client Guy John. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Jonathan. I go by the name Client Guy John because I just do. It's a long story. I don't want to make it short. I can hear you too. Yes, I made sure I'm not muted because it keeps going on mute, but I set it off. I turn off the mute so that way you guys can hear me and I can hear myself on my other phone just to make sure. Welcome to Late Night Chat. I'm just coming off a service call contract, really. Installed a new panel. Lawnmower! Lawnmower's here. What's going on, lawnmower? Just like this. At Client Guy John. Jim knows the drill. He knows the drill. It is now 7:48 p.m. Yes. Getting off there. I was supposed to be done with this job at least by 4 o'clock before the 4:30 clock out. That way I give myself 30 minutes to clean up and everything, but that didn't happen. Yeah, I've been busy, lawnmower. Yeah, I know, man. You've been busy. Late finish on? Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be. 10 hours. We started at 8 o'clock. So what happened was we started at 8. We got everything ready. We had to change out a panel. I did an estimate for it last week, and basically it was supposed to be an all-day job. We also had to had the utility company come by and unlock the meter because we also had to pull out the zero gauge wire that was in. Yes, zero gauge wire. I don't even think they make them anymore in New York City or anywhere in the U.S. But if they do, it's probably for some other special type of electrical system. I don't know. Let me move the camera a little bit. So if you guys notice the camera's a little shaky, yeah, it's gonna be shaky like that. The motor is just on this engine. The engine's gonna go soon. So at least you're going to miss most of the rush hour. That's right. That's the only good thing about a late night clock out is that there's no rush hour. Rush hour's over. I can go straight home. So if you tag at Client Guy John, I will see your comment or if whatever statement or question you have towards me or whatever. Just type in at Client Guy John. It highlights orange on my end so I can see what you're saying and what you're doing. This morning, my cousin started telling her film industry acquaintances I'd make a good armorer. Ooh, that sounds like there's a plan there, gingerbread man, Mr. Lawnmower. Sounds like there's a plan going amok. Not going amok, but you know what I get. You get the drift. So yeah, we came in. Me and another old timer electrician, but he was very much in retirement age right now. I like the guy, don't get me wrong, and I know it's dark, guys, there's no lighting, so sorry about that. I can't leave this light on, otherwise the cops will pull me over and say, why you got that light on? You know, so I like Hollywood people, and she lives in Brooklyn. She lives in Brooklyn, really? That's cool. Ah, come on, you know, maybe you can make some money off of making some armory, I don't know. But anyways, I'm trying to enjoy being retired. You know what, man? Screw it. Stay retired, bro. Stay retired. Screw it. I would if I were you. So anyways, we started the job. First thing we did, we shut off the main disconnect. We started going into the main panel, and we started gutting it out, taking everything out, labeling all the wires by number. Because the panel schedule we had was a little iffy. It wasn't really actually properly identified, so we just numbered everything and we matched the breakers. It was a Federal Pacific panel. Okay, we got rid of it. We put in a brand new Siemens 200 amp main breaker panel. It looks gorgeous, by the way. So we took the morning all the way to lunch to finish, you know, taking everything out, putting everything back in, and then, you know, we what we did was we waited for Con Edison. They said they were going to be there at 10. We finished the panel at least by 10:15. They didn't show up until 10 minutes before lunch. So lunch came. You know, they showed up 12 o'clock on the dot, and we waited for them. The guy came in, you know, did his thing. He said, "Oh, you know, your phases are good." And like, no, we need to get the meter open because we got to remove this main disconnect, and we got to take out the load. We got to take out the line side to the load side of the meter. The line side of the main disconnect to the load side of the meter, and replace it with 3/0. So we did that, you know. But we waited for another guy. They had to call in a special service tech to go and unlock the meter lock, and we waited about, I would say, about 30 minutes to an hour extra, about 1 o'clock, I think. And guy came, cool guy, and it's funny because I know him. I met him in a couple of jobs. I don't think he recognized me. It was hilarious, and I was like looking at him. I said, "Man, I know you." And he looked at me. He goes, "No, I don't recognize him." No, you came to a couple of my jobs, and you unlocked the meter, or you didn't, you know, you checked out a few things for us." And he goes, "Oh, I don't know." He doesn't recall. So I said, "Okay, cool. You know, I remember the name, Wen. I think his last name was Wen." So anyways, you know, we had a good chat and everything. He's a cool guy. Asian American, real cool guy. Awesome dude. Very friendly. Unlocked the meter for us, and he said, "Okay, you guys are good to go." And we went in and did our thing. We unplugged the meter, disconnected all the old wiring, and man, I gotta tell you guys, it was a pain in the ass when I say to get the 3/0 into the load side of that meter. And I mean, the spacing was so small. Like, it was just a pain. You know, they didn't want to replace the meter socket, by the way. They said the meter socket's fine, but it was just so little space to work in to get that 3/0 wire. But we managed. Me and the other electrician, we managed. You know, my coworker. Yeah, we got it done. We got it done. Got them, you know. Then after that, we started bringing all the wires back in. All the existing wire we started bringing in one by one, little by little. I started cleaning up everything. I said, "Listen, he's gonna do the meter. The panel. I'm gonna just start cleaning up all the equipment, bringing everything back to, you know, to the van." I gotta tell you, man, we could have been done with this, but kind of took a little too long to do what they had to do, and you know, then we had to come in. We also had to, you know, remove the main. When we removed the main disconnect, we had to add an additional length of pipe. Galvanized 2-inch pipe. So we had to put a compression connector on one end, and then the threaded end, we threaded everything back together. Put bushings on, plastic bushings, everything. Ran the new ground wire, number 8 ground, to the water meter. And yeah, we bonded it to the neutral as originally they did with the main disconnect, and yeah, everything was good. Everything looks good. Meter's in place, you know. You know, just took us a little while longer because the guy I was working with, he's an old timer. He wanted to make sure everything was on par. I said, "Hey, no problem. Do what you guys do." I was start cleaning up everything, and it took a while because we had all kinds of equipment and tools all over the place. So I had to clean it up and vacuum and all that stuff. And man, I gotta tell you, it came out beautiful. The only problem was that we stayed until 7 when we could have gotten out of here at 6:30 because he was just playing with all the light switches. I don't understand why, but I told him, "Man, what are you doing? Let's get out of here. Lights are good. We checked every light, checked every outlet. Everything's got power. All the, you know, because this house, this is a one-family house. It's got multiple floors. It's got 4 floors entirely. And every floor, I think after the first floor, after the second floor, the additional 2 floors have panels, have sub-panels. So, you know, but it worked out, you know. We got power and everything. Oh, crap, I missed my turn, guys. It looked good. You know, we look awesome right now. I can make a Yui. I can make a Yui here. Wait for this light to turn green so I can get up on out of here. It's West 79th, East 79th Street I gotta take. I believe I'm west or east. No, I'm on east. I gotta take East 79th Street and cut across to get to the west side. So guys, so I'm on Park Avenue and now I'm on West 79th Park. So you know how hungry those pixies are. Hey, what? I have to low option of Siemens. I have to have work on their tax. Really? Please don't start yawning. It's late here, and it's going to start me yawning. He wanted to make sure the magic smoke didn't leak out. You know how angry those pixies are. Oh man, that's good, lawnmower. That is so good. I'm gonna start using that now. That is awesome, dude. Thank you so much for that. You made my day on that. But I gotta tell you, this old timer guy, I mean, he's too old, man. I'm gonna honestly, he's actually in his 60s. He's retired, and hopefully he's not watching this. But if he is, I'm not gonna mention him by name. I love the guy. Awesome guy. He's got some good knowledge there, but you know, word is that, you know, they're not allowing him on job sites. He's not, you know, showing a lot of progression. His speed and timing is not on par. So at this point in his age, it's just about his retirement time. But he's under some sort of different circumstances that's keeping him working, and I mean, I know the full details, but I don't want to put it out there. So this is not a good place to put out his business. So I'm just gonna say he's under a set of circumstances, and it's got to keep him working. So, but you know, due to that issue, not everybody doesn't want to work with him. He's just slow, and you know, I work with him. You know, even though I know he is, but I tolerate it. You know. It sucks, you know, I gotta go home late. He lives out in Long Island, so think about how far he has to go. But I don't like to leave late on the job. I don't even think we're getting the OT for this, the overtime, unless it gets approved. I doubt it. I love those New York roads. Man, around this time, bro, it's quiet. It's quiet. That's the one thing I like about Manhattan. If I'm working late at night, the roads are quiet. There's no traffic. I can get home with ease. Oh man, you know what I should have done, guys? I wanted to do a small video, but I was so busy working, getting this job done. I wanted to show you guys the me using the M18 top off with the Milwaukee 75 watt template. Dude, that thing, that top off, like I ran an SJ cord off that 75 watt template. That's by Milwaukee. I rigged it up, plugged it directly to the top off of a 12 amp hour battery. That thing did like at least half a day's job. I had some extra high output batteries, like the 8.0 and the 6.0 high outputs, and they did the job, man. That template did the job while we had the power off it. I love it. I love it. I love that top off, and I love the template. So that's like my go-to thing, man. If I'm doing like panel changes and stuff, that light is the way. That template really makes a difference when doing work like that, especially in the dark. You know. So I will do a tool review video. I gotta do a tool review on the top off, but I haven't tried it on my devices, on multiple devices. I want to plug it in on a bunch of devices off a 12 amp hour and different type of batteries. See how long it runs, but I gotta make time, guys. I really do. It sucks that like I get off these hours. I get off these late hours, you know, and I really like to come home because my fiance's at her mother's. She's working now, back at the schools. You know, the schools are open now here in New York. and that gives me free time, but usually when I used to come home from work, from service calls or from a contract job, I have free time to do videos, and I post videos every week like I used to back 2 years ago, or last year actually. But well, last year was the pandemic, so really it was pretty, I was home, so you guys already know. But yeah, but now it's like I'm doing these service calls, and I get stuck on sometimes these late calls. So I'm doing EM calls, so I'm kind of hustling, and I come home, I'm burnt, I'm burnt, and I don't have time to make videos like I used to, and I love making videos. Don't get me wrong, I love making these videos, and I just gotta be a little quicker on my feet, put some pep in my step. They are like a roller coaster. Yeah, man. Yeah, I enjoy the highways here at night. They're quiet, and it's like I'm like, I'm booking it. I'm booking it home. I had my lunch today. Let me see if I have I got water. Oh no, my yogurt. No. Like Darth Vader. No. Okay. There we go. They are like me dibbles. Yeah, brother. Yeah, it is. But now, man. So what do you guys think about the video I did on Friday? I did a video one morning, Friday morning. It was about respect for the trade, and I was basically responding back to Donald Miller Electrical Services video he posted Friday morning. Well, not Friday morning. I think it was Thursday, and I'm just responding to it on Friday. So yeah, and I totally agree with the guy, man. I know I spoke about this already, and you guys probably seen the video, the live stream. It's very important to really have respect for the trade, because if you don't have respect for the trade, it's not going to respect you. And for those of you who are like just jumping in, watching, or maybe watching this pre-recorded, recording of this or whatever, the after stream, I call it. What I mean by that is that if you, as a business owner, are taking over for literally a previous owner that ran the company, that made it successful, you're coming in, and all you know is like the numbers. You don't know how the trade works. You don't know anything about the trade. You're just sitting behind a desk on a computer, expediting, and basically just running numbers, checking the budget, talking to customers and stuff. Like, you really got to know what this trade is about. And you're just sitting there and you're giving excuses to the guys in the field saying, well, we don't have it in the budget. No, it's too expensive. Figure something out. You do that, you're bringing the numbers down. Like, your budget is just going to be so tight. It's not funny. Like, look at this idiot. I hate these morons. They get so close to me, knowing that I have to get on this lane. And there's a cop right in front of me, too. Calm down, dude. This idiot. They're idiots on the road. They see I got a cop in front of me who was on a right turn lane, and I gotta go around them, but they still want to cut me off. Like retards. I don't know. Oh man, the clouds are dark. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So a lot of that's been going around, and Don Miller was explaining that how you bring a guy who just knows books, numbers, comes straight out of college for business class, and wants to take over your business, help you out, but he's always thinking about the numbers, budget, and then you're stressing the guys in the field out because they're not getting the equipment, the material they need, and then they're left, doing half-ass work and trying to cut corners, and they don't want to, and what happens, that angers them, and then what happens is things start to screw up, things catch on fire, the customer's not happy, the material's not on time, and what happens is slowly and gradually, or sometimes very quickly, your mechanics in the field will start losing respect for the business. They just get upset. They'll say, you know what, I'm giving up, going home, or I'm going to go look elsewhere to work. They're just not going to care anymore. So as a business, as a business owner, as an upcoming business owner, like you're coming into the business, you're trying to do numbers and stuff, you're trying to help a family member or a friend run the business, but you don't know what the trade is about. You need to go out there and know what it's about. Get your hands dirty. You know, go with your buddy or family member that knows the trade and say, hey, I want to know what this is all about. And in order for me to know what this business is about, I need to know how these guys work in the field in order to understand this trade and respect it, you know, and understand like what they go through every day, you know, what they need to get the job done. That way I can say, okay, look, they need this job done, they're doing it right. We're a little bit tight, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna purchase this. The money's gonna come in later on, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. It's gonna come in. The money will roll in. You know, may not as fast as you think, but it will. It's, you know. But I can understand the business aspect of it. Well, you know, budget. Yeah, well, get paid, you know, to do the job right. Get it done. It's not easy to just right away say, hey, you know what, we're just gonna go over the budget a little bit because we need to do this, get this in order to get this job done the right way. So, what is this guy doing? Lawnmower. Remember once around 4 a.m. New Year's Day. Oh. Hold on a second. I'm gonna head on the highway, buddy. I wanted to comment that was run by an accountant. It sucks. There you go. See, accountants cannot run a contract business. It just can't. It can't be done. You know, unless they understand. For instance, let me give you guys an example. All right, I have an uncle. He lives out. I have family who used to live out in Puerto Rico, and they moved to Georgia. Right, the state of Georgia. And my uncle, I believe he took over a landscaping business. And before he took over and partnered or whatever, because I believe the previous owner had died, he passed away, and there was no one to take over the business, so he stepped in. But before he even stepped in, he had to learn the trade. He had to learn what the business was all about. He literally went out and got himself his hands dirty, you know. And he was an accountant. He helped run his father's business at a donut shop. And he was an accountant. And when things got really bad in Puerto Rico, he had to move here to the mainland with his family, my aunt, my cousins. One of two of my cousins. My other cousin is married, lives out in Puerto Rico still. You know, has a kid, what have you. And they moved out here with my grandmother. May she rest in peace. And you know, they were struggling, and there was a lot of work, but he went out and did his due diligence and said, listen, I'm an accountant, but I need a job in order for me to, you know, understand how this industry works. I gotta understand it. I gotta like actually do it. And he did. And what happened was when the owner passed away and the wife was in charge, the wife needed help, he stepped in. He said, yo, I understand this business. I understand the trade. I understand what these guys go through. I know what's needed. I know how to do the numbers. I got the experience. I got a degree. Time to put it to work. Dude. And he's doing well right now. He's doing awesome right now. From what I'm hearing, he's doing pretty good. Things are looking good. You know. He's helping out the owner's wife, the widow, with the business. And it's... from what I last heard, it hasn't been too bad. So that's a perfect example of knowing the business. If you want to step in and be the one that does all the numbers and talks to the customers, you gotta understand the trade. You gotta understand the trade. You gotta have respect for it, because it will have respect for you. The guys will respect you better. You know. You talk to them. You understand what they go through. You gotta, you know, ask what they need. Hey, you need this? What do you need for this job so we can get it done the right way? That's how a well-oiled machine of a business works. Now my uncle, like I said, he's doing pretty well so far. He's doing pretty good. Things are looking up. even through the pandemic, he stayed in the business. He's pulling through. From the last I heard, I gotta stay up to date with him, see what's going on. But that's just an example. Even though it has nothing to do with electrical, it's landscaping. It's just a perfect example. Knowing and respecting their trade because it will respect you back. So, yeah, learn it. If you're sitting behind an office chair, behind a computer, dealing with customers, looking at the numbers and budgets, figure it out, guys. I don't think you fit the... Dude, a little sacrificing goes a long way because the rewards will come in. Rewards come in. Take a chance, Because if you do the job right, that customer's going to say, you know what? You did a good job. You like the quality work. They know what they're doing. I'm going to pass their information around. I'm going to get you more clients. I'm going to tell my friends about them, I like to catch your streams where possible, but it's going to be 1 a.m. I need to get some... Yo, Dibs, thank you for showing up. I really appreciate you coming in. Don't worry about it. Get some sleep. I appreciate and respect you for coming in for that. Really do. Love that. Lawnmower says, I remember once around 4 a.m. New Year's Day, I was driving from Alphabet City to Jackson Heights. I was going 70, 80 miles on the freeways, which is normal in Dallas. Oh, dude, they catch you doing that here, man. They got cops now and cameras, bro. You'd be surprised. The cameras are literally hiding right above these signs. Like, they're hiding behind the signs, and they catch you speeding, bro. You don't see a flash of light? Oh, man. Eesh. That happened to me once. Oh, dude, the office was like, "Oh, you done? Why are you going so fast?" So I'm like, okay, I'm never doing that again. But normally I drive the speed limit. I usually drive the speed limit. Very rarely I'll get a ticket for speeding. Unless a camera catches me and I don't realize I'm speeding. But I usually drive the speed limit. But let's see. Yeah, get some sleep, Debs. Get some sleep. I appreciate you coming by. I really do. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Listen, I don't care how many of you watch. I really don't. I'm not too worried about the number of views. But I mean, it's great and all. I really do. I respect you guys coming in, watching my channel. Putting in your 2 cents into some things. I really appreciate you guys to leave, if you guys want to leave some advice for me, you want to leave some helpful tips, your past experiences, all that stuff. Leave it in the comment section down below when the stream is over, or if you want to leave it right here, right now, go ahead. Lawnmower says, it never occurred to me that the interstate would be 50 miles per hour. Yeah, really. Here the interstate's 65, 75, 70, and 85. Yeah. I think the highest I ever drove was about 80 miles. No, I'm sorry. The highest I ever went down was on the Jersey Turnpike. I was booking 95 miles per hour. The last time I went to visit Vince and Nick over at the Denon, BC Construction, and I left work early to join them at the Milwaukee the trade show, when we had the pandemic going on. And I went back in August the first time. Pipeline. I went down the pipeline, went down to the Den. I was booking 95 miles per hour, bro. I was booking it on a zip car. I was like, holy crap. And I got there so quick. Dude, from Manhattan all the way down to Camden. I got there so fast, bro. I got there at least about an hour. It took me about an hour to drive out there. And the GPS had told me it was going to take me an hour and a half. I got there in an hour. I was like, holy crap. Oh, man. What are you driving? Right now I'm driving a company van. I'm driving a 2003 Ford E350. Yes, 2003 E350. It's an old piece of junk. And it's still running. But if you're referring to the time I was driving 95 miles per hour to VCG Construction, I was driving. What was I driving? I think I was driving a Honda Civic. I was driving. Oh, why is my feet so sticky on the pedal? It's weird. Yeah, I was driving a red Honda Civic, and I was driving it from Manhattan all the way from Midtown. I took. What did I take? I think I took the Lincoln Tunnel. No, I took the. Yeah, I did take the Lincoln Tunnel. Did I take the Lincoln? I think I did. Yeah, I took the Lincoln Tunnel and I booked it. I believe it was like a. Oh crap! Did I take a photo? Uh-oh. What was that? Someone got their picture taken. I hope it wasn't me because I got green light. Hell no, it should not have been me. And I'm at 30 miles per hour on the West Side Highway as usual. So if they took a picture of me, that's bullshit. But anyways, little Honda compared to this. Yeah. To this thing, yeah. But I was back when I was working on the contract job in Manhattan on 42nd Street, and they let me work. They let me go to work, get off work early. I got off at like 1:30. I got to the den at 2:30. It was nuts. Like I couldn't believe how fast I was going. Man, I kept slowing down just a little bit to like 90, and I was like, dude, I'm going too fast. And the speed limit was 60. I was like, what? And like, no one took a photo, no one like pulled me over. I was just like, Ew. That was the first time I ever gone that fast. It was like, okay, whoa. And I said to myself, yeah, I should never do that again. I said to myself, I'm never doing that again because I am not gonna risk getting pulled over. Because that was like, whoa. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Well, Waluigi Gang, thank you for coming to the channel. By the way, welcome to the stream. Lawnmower says traffic enforcement by camera is illegal in Texas. Really? Wow, I didn't know that. Interesting. That's good to know. Thank you very much, Lawnmower, for letting me know that. That is good to know. Next time, if I'm ever down to Texas, which one day I will, maybe. I had a cousin. One of my cousins used to live in Texas. She lived in, what part of Texas was it? Gosh, she used to say it all the time. Dang it. Somethingville. Cannonville. I can't remember what it was called. But she moved around a lot. She's in the Army Reserves. Her and her husband are in the military, and they move around a lot. Right now, they currently live back in Georgia again because they moved from. I think they lived in Georgia for a little bit, moved to Texas for like about a couple years, and then from Texas they moved to Hawaii for I think about a year and a half. Man, I was like, oh, this is perfect. She lives in Hawaii. I gotta look up the ticket, see how much it is. I want to go out there. Now I have an excuse to go vacation in Hawaii, you know. But then, you know, that didn't happen. The pandemic ruined everything. And then my aunt got to go. She got to go visit her because she was her daughter. You know, she had a granddaughter. My cousin has, you know, a baby. She actually just gave birth not too long ago to a baby boy this past August. And now she's got a boy and a girl. So she got a baby boy, and she got an older baby girl, who I believe is like 3 or 4, I think, right now. I think 3. Thank you, Keeling. Thank you, Keeling. Thank you, Lawnmower. That's what it was. She lived out there, Keeling, Texas. Thank you. Thank you. God, I keep forgetting that. Yeah, she lived in Killeen, Texas for a couple years. I think it was like about 3 or 4 years, maybe. I don't know. I knew she lived out there for a while. Then from there they moved to Hawaii, and then from Hawaii they moved back to Georgia. They live in, what part of Georgia do they live in? They live in the freaking, like, southern part of Georgia. Oh, which one is it? They bought a house out there too recently, and she gave birth to a baby boy. I was gonna go out there to go visit for we're gonna have Thanksgiving out there this year. But my aunt changed her mind. I think something about the baby. She didn't want too many people in the house because of the pandemic. So instead, my aunt decided to have Thanksgiving back at her place in Florida. So it was cool. I was like, oh man, I was kind of looking forward to going. No, not Savannah. I think, dude. I think you're on. I think you're on to me, bro. Savannah. No, not Savannah. Oh, what town is it? What town is it? Damn. Keep giving me names. No, not Stewart. But I know for a fact she lives about, I would have to say maybe around, I know she lives a little ways away from my father's side of the family. My uncle that I just mentioned to you guys that runs the landscaping business. My uncle and my aunt live about 20 minutes away from Atlanta. Columbus. I know I had to book a flight to Columbus for Thanksgiving, so I'm thinking she lives about a few minutes away from Columbus. Benning? Maybe Benning. I gotta find out later. Somewhere around there. I know she lives about a few minutes away from Columbus, but it's a different town. It's a few minutes away. I'm not sure which one, but I'll find out from her. But I know it's somewhere with either Benning or somewhere near Columbus. About 1 hour away from Southwest. Yeah, but she definitely lives in South. I would have to say Southwest Georgia, give or take. But I don't know exactly where. But I know she lives close to. I think it might be Benning. I think you're onto something. I think it is Benning. I have to double check on her with that. But let's say it's Benning, right? So she lives out there. They bought a really nice house out there. My aunt loves it out there. It's about, for her to drive from Homestead to there, let's say Benning, right? It's about like a 7-hour, almost 10-hour drive from her house. I would have to say maybe about 7 to 10 hours, depending on the traffic. I think it's 10 hours. It's a 10-hour drive from Homestead to around there. But yeah, we're gonna have Thanksgiving there. So yeah, she lives out there now. Damn man, I was so close to going to freaking. I was hoping she'll stay in Hawaii for a little longer, and I have a great, awesome excuse to go on vacation. But that didn't happen. But I'm going to Florida this week, guys. The 28th. My flight is on the 28th. I will be there up until November 3rd. I'll be back November 3rd here. My flight's it's a late flight. So we're taking a flight from Newark to Florida, and then from Florida back to Newark, which is closer because I live in Staten Island. So I figure why the heck, why bother take JFK anymore? You know, it's cheaper to go from Newark to my house. It's way too expensive. I paid like almost. I think last I paid from JFK to my house was like $102 or $105, dude. It's at least a 10-hour drive. Yes, it is. Because I remember my aunt telling me that when her daughter, my cousin, of course, her daughter, gave birth, she was gonna, that August when I was in Florida, the day after we left, she drove, and it was a 10-hour drive for her to drive out there. So, I mean, that must have been an awesome 10-hour road trip, dude. Love to go on a road trip like that. That'd be dope. But anyways, yeah. Guys, I'm about to hit the tunnel. So, listen. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate every single one of you being here. I'm about to hit the tunnel right now, so I'm gonna lose service. So I'm gonna let you guys go. There are no hills in Florida. I don't know about any hills in Florida, but anyways. Tune in in about 2 weeks I should be back live. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate each and every single one of you. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.